And that's the purpose. What's the purpose? And people don't know, for some reason, this has kind of been not talked about enough in this Adrian Peterson story, and I'm not trying to bump for him. I'm definitely not doing that. And once again, this is a tough story for me. But a part of the story that really isn't talked about a lot is that Adrian Peterson allegedly whooped his 4-year-old kid because he pushed off another one of his kids off of some type of video game motorcycle. And like allegedly the kid like hit his head and, so I guess in Adrian's mind is that serious. You don't want that to happen and the kid hit his head and is hurt bad and has to go to the hospital. So his parenting skills probably kicked in, which that's another story because he doesn't spend that much time with the kids from what we understand. But Adrian Peterson disciplined his kid so that he wouldn't do it again. And I promise you that little kid's never, ever, ever going to push one of his damn brothers or sister off of any video game riding motorcycle again in his life. Yes. Once again, I am not bumping for Adrian Peterson. I think you have to look at the entire scope of the guy's life. From what I understand, he's done a lot of great things in the community for kids. He does his best. Probably could do more. Does for his kids. He's not an absent father. So I don't know. It's all about the perspective you have. And once again, I know it's very shocking to see those pictures of Adrian Peterson's kid with all of the whelps on his leg, one of them actually bleeding. It's very shocking if you grew up where the worst punishment you got is putting your nose in a corner. Okay? I understand it. I get it. It's very shocking for you to see that if the most you got was your video game taken away for the night. I get that. I understand that. And once again, it may have been over the top. It may have been over the top, but I would never try to tell anybody how to discipline their kids like Ryan said earlier. If you don't discipline your kids with whoopings, I'm not going to tell you should. If you do, I'm damn sure not going to tell you shouldn't. So this is a very interesting thing in the NFL. Let me grab right now. Let me talk to, who do we got here? Is Walter on the line? Okay, Walter. Is this Walter? Walter. Hey, Walter. Okay, it's not Walter. We're going to work this phone thing out. So Walter is about to come in here. As a matter of fact, he was in the other room. So he's going to come in here. Supposedly, we were going to talk a little bit about some of these booty stories in the world of sports, and really not sports, but entertainment. You're there, Walter?
Yeah, man, it's me.
Okay, Walter Cronkite on the line. Walter, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm loving it, man. It's a wonderful Monday. I'm hoping everybody is enjoying the show, man. I'm loving every last bit of it, especially the part where everybody is releasing all the dirt about getting a whooping. I had a couple lashes that popped up on my leg like recently, just now, just from thinking about it.
Right. Now, Walter, what about the booty? Let's talk about the booty and entertainment right now.
Let's talk about all the booty and entertainment. Now, of course, everybody loves, I think everybody's infatuated with booty. Doug, I know that you are infatuated with booty as well. I know you are, correct?
Right.
Well, basically, you know that there's a new song out by none other than Mrs. Bootylicious herself, Nicki Minaj. It's called Anaconda. Have you heard it, Doug?
Yes, I have. And somebody forced me to watch the video, too.
Somebody forced you, right. Okay, well, someone forced me to watch the video as well. I love every last bit of it. Now, there was a sample in the beginning of the song, right?
Uh-huh.
Everybody knows that sample came from Sir Mix-a-Lot, from his famous song, Baby Got Back.
Right.
Now, the interesting fact about that is that, people wanted to know, how did you feel?
Okay, from what I understand, we got an issue with Walter right now. We'll try to work that out. Once again, this is the very first show. Please be patient. We got to work out some of the little bugs, some of the little gremlins, but we didn't have Walter on the show just now, and we'll try to get that all resolved. But thank you so much for joining your boy on the very first show, the Doug Stewart Show. If I understand we had a couple of people call up and wanted to give their thoughts on this Adrian Peterson situation. We got a couple minutes left. We can do that. But I gave you a real true story a couple of minutes ago about my grandfather, who was much respected in our town. And I just think it's all where you come from. And I do believe in the in the Bible verse, spare the rod, spoil the child. And I think a lot of people, like I said, are having a tough time with Adrian Peterson. And then when you couple it with everything else that's going on in the world of the NFL and Ray McDonald and Greg Hardy and Ray Rice, and Ryan talked about that a little bit earlier. And I got daughters. On the Ray Rice thing, let me give you my quick thoughts on the Ray Rice thing. I got daughters. I got 3 daughters. And I was one of those guys, before we saw the video inside the elevator, I was one of those guys that says, well, we don't know what happened. You can't convict the guy without, more information, this, that, and the other. I was one of those guys because maybe she was drinking alcohol, or maybe, they were intoxicated. Maybe he did push her off of him and she fell and hit her head or something. I don't know. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Ray Rice is supposedly a good kid. Everybody in Baltimore loves him, this, that, and the other. He's just like Adrian Peterson. He's done a lot of great things in the community. So I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But when you saw the video and you saw him just slug this chick, you're like, really, dude? Did you really just slug this chick? He slugged her. So my stance was, after I saw that anything happens to Ray Rice, it is what it is. Because I got daughters, and that's one question I got. Like, where are Janae Rice's parents? Like, where her daddy at? Or where her brothers and cousins and uncles? Because that's an ass-kicking offense. Punching my sister or my daughter or my niece in the face. And so I once that happened, man, I pretty much washed my hands with the guy. But what is too much? Do you think the guy shouldn't work in the NFL ever again? I don't agree with that. If you get punished and you're punished and you're able to go back after you're punished and you pay in the case where you go to jail, you pay your debt to society, and that's it. But in this situation here, I think Ray Rice should be able to work again. But anything that comes down at this point, it is what it is. I'm sorry. I mean, what the hell are you thinking? Did she instigate it? I don't know. It doesn't look like she instigated it to me. It looks like that he instigated it. If you see the video outside of the elevator, it looks like he spit on her. Who does that? Who spits on somebody? When's the last time you spit on somebody? The last time I never spitted on anybody in my life. But the last time I guess I even considered it, I think I was 4. Yeah, what grown-ass man spits on a woman? And that's what Ray Rice did. He spit on her, it looks like, outside the elevator. They got on the elevator. He was so mad. I don't know what she was saying. Got on the elevator. He spit on her again. She reaches out, kind of mushes him, walks toward him. Shouldn't have done that, probably. Then he slugs her right in the kisser. I mean, that's horrible. So, he's going to pay. He's going to pay dearly. He is paying dearly. Not just this, going forward the rest of his life, because anytime somebody sees Ray Rice, they're going to think about what he did on that elevator. There's just no way around it. There's just no way around it, absolutely no way around it, that they're going to be able to get over that sight of Ray Rice just slugging his girlfriend. So he's going to pay a penalty, and that in itself, bottom line. So you have that coupled with the Greg Hardy situation, which is a very interesting case in itself. Ray McDonald out in San Francisco. Do you play these guys? Do you sit them? You're trying to win football games. You're just a coach. Kind of tied into that thing the other night with Jameis Winston and Jimbo Fisher. And I tweeted this as well. Clemson had Florida State on the ropes going into halftime. The Watson kid looked fantastic. And I said on Twitter that the hell with the discipline. I'm sorry, I want to discipline, but we trying to win games. I'm trying to win football games. Jameis, suit up. Yes, I would have played Jameis Winston in the second half. Now, Florida State won the game, and all is well in Tallahassee. But damn it, I would have played Jameis Winston in that second half, and then they just would have had to argue about it tomorrow. Period. It worked out for them, and Jimbo Fisher looks like this disciplinarian, and Florida State looks like they did the right thing. Initially, though, they didn't suspend them for an entire game. That's another story. But everything worked out for Florida State. So there's all kinds of issues that you have to take on head to head when you have these situations, what the NFL is going through right now, what they went through in Florida State this past weekend. I mean, athletes are going to be athletes. people are going to be people. And like we mentioned earlier as well, everybody in the NFL doesn't hit their old lady in the mouth or whoop their kids to a degree of child abuse. Everybody doesn't do that. I mean, there's a very small percentage. And I think even if there's like 50 guys, they talked about cases that have happened over the last couple of years, it still doesn't really reflect the league as a whole. You shouldn't group everybody in one little group category. It just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. So I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the NFL. Have they lost a lot of respect? I think they have. And once again, it's just a tough couple of weeks for the league, which nobody's not going to stop watching. Nobody's going to not watch the games because of all these side things, these peripheral things going on in the league with discipline. Nobody's going to do that. We're going to watch them games on Sunday, and the NFL has such a hold on us and on America that we'll let a lot of things go in our personal personalities will shine through, but at the same time, we're going to still watch football. Simple as that. All right? This is the Doug Stewart Show, man. Thank you so much for joining your boy for the very first episode. You're going to get real sports talk here. You're going to be able to call up and give your honest opinion about what's going on in the world of sports and beyond. You don't have to just be from Atlanta. We're talking a lot of Atlanta sports, but you can be from anywhere. Alaska, Cali, Wisconsin, Siberia. You can be from anywhere and call the show and give me your hot sports opinion. Just don't suck. Call the show with some passion, like T from Huntsville, like Vern from Jersey, and don't suck. Come with a good opinion, and we'll have a good time. Once again, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, as well as you can email me, Doug@theDougStewartShow.com, man. I'm back and feeling real good, feeling great. How about you? Thank you to the Tree of Life, Walter Cronkite. We got to get you a damn phone. My brother for calling the show today. I really do appreciate it, man. Tomorrow we do it again from 11 to 1. The hottest sports talk in America. It's the Doug Stewart Show.